we started using MoveON, everything was in paper format or spread out across campus. So when we would get the phone call from a colleague that said, what does the college engineering have going on? We would go to the file drawer and pull out the ones that were engineering, and I would make a list and send it to them.
An inconsistent process too,
Yes.
I would say. Different people in different colleges across the university would be managing their own materials. We would have some of those agreements, but not all of them. And so we didn't have a complete picture of how all the information was being kept, and the way that it was kept was inconsistent. Across campus, I think there was a clear sort of signal that we needed to do something differently, and we needed to find something that would create less inconsistencies and would streamline our process of giving reports essentially of these
Yes.
agreements.
And make it easier for faculty and staff to access this information without having to go through us.
Publisher.
Mapping feature, publisher. Also ease of use. I think that because it simulates a Excel spreadsheet, it's easy for us to try to figure out and navigate than other systems that we looked at. For me, it's the mapping feature. Most of our professors like things that are very visual and that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's really a wow factor, I think, when an external party like views the map, to be able to say like, wow, like this is so cool, to be able to show like how many partnerships we have.
Yes.
And to be able to tell our story of internationalization more effectively. And then to be able to look at that map but then drill down based on all the different searchable features. So if you want to know what's happening in the College of Engineering, or if you want to know what's happening in China, you can really do that in an easy way that again is still like very visually like interesting and has that wow factor that I think our faculty and staff are really intrigued by, and it makes them want to use that tool. And online forms too, I think, is also an important component
Yes.
for us. Again, our goal is to streamline the process of developing agreements or generating reports around our existing agreements for our campus community. That sort of takes us out of it in some ways, so
Yes.
that they can go to this website to be able to search and find the information they're looking for, or go and be able to find a form that they can fill out without having to email us for us to generate something to send back to them. So we're taking out sort of a middle person and creating, again, a streamlined process. Goal in our office is to take away any barriers to creating agreements. We want to sow many seeds of partnership around the world, and we have to make that process very easy for faculty who can be easily deterred by any sort of barrier in their way. And so MoveON, I think for us, was a very effective way to do that. For us, it's improved efficiency again with our use of it, even though we haven't rolled it out campus-wide yet. For us to be able to generate the reports and to be able to search for the information still has been a lot easier and more efficient through the MoveON system.
Yeah.
And so we're not going through paper files anymore. We're not searching through multiple iterations of a document on our shared folders. So I think this is really helping us to expand the work that we do more. Our goal is to sort of stay busy, I think, with the partnership process. And so whether it's, meeting with faculty and staff to help explain what our roles are and to create sort of more of a network.
Yes.
It creates space and time for us to build those relationships across campus to then help those faculty and staff better use our services. So whether that's hosting or managing agreements or any of that, I think we're able to do that in a way that's much more effective. If someone's looking at a database, I think they really should invest in it. I think it's worth it. And it's very helpful, not only for the partners, internal and external, but for your own internal processes of managing this information. I think it's very helpful and very much worth it. Yeah, ultimately, I think MoveON helps us tell our story in a way that really needed to be done, and again, in a way that is exciting and interesting for our faculty and staff and partners to be able to really see what our impact is internationally. And I think that's really important for us as an institution who is really focused on this internationalization plan. We want to be a leader in the field, and this is a great tool that helps us do that. we couldn't do it without MoveOn,
No.
I think. Yeah.
I tried. It didn't work.